work identified the different biological processes around cardiovascular disease, and we focused at Avere on inflammation, apoptosis, thrombosis, vascular remodeling, and others. And from that work, we developed and optimized immunoassays. And we used Luminex technology as well as mesoscale discovery technologies to detect in serum samples the protein components of the pathways. And then, our next step of the project was to transfer onto the Quansys technology. And so I'll go through more in detail as we go along. We used the assays to test serum samples collected from patient cohorts free of CHD at baseline to identify and validate an algorithm for predicting the risk of a cardiac event. And so, ultimately we validated in our clinical lab the analytical performance of the assays, and then of late we transferred them onto what we were considering a more convenient platform for the market, and that was where Quansys Q-Plex technology comes in. And so individual analytical measurements for all the proteins included in the MyRisk-BP panel were found to exhibit accuracy, so they gave 100% plus or minus 30%. Cross-reactivity was less than 1%. Interference less than 30% at elevated concentrations of bilirubin, lipid, hemoglobin, and HAMA. The sensitivity, we saw limits of detection that range from 6.2 to 20.2 picogram per mil. Reproducibility, we saw less than 20%. CV was maintained across multiple runs, which were independent, multiple operators, multiple instruments, and it stayed within the specifications that we had established for our clinical validation of MyRisk-BP.